Sports big. Gone but not forgotten.
EA Sports.
There was once a point in time in gaming where Electronic Arts gave us some of the best and most fun gaming experiences you could ask for when we were younger. Some might even say at one point EA was one of the top devs in the industry. Hey, you ain't gonna hear no debates from me.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Whoa.
But for the sake of this video, I wanted to focus in on the EA.
Yo, EA was lit. I remember playing so many EA title games when I was growing
Sports division. Well, actually, the EA Sports big division, to be specific. This division was a magical time if you were around playing their games back in the day.
I do remember these. Oh, NBA Street. Oh, it's over with. Yeah, NBA Street went crazy. I see the football one. I remember that. It was like the backyard football, right? I do remember the snowboarding game. I remember playing one of them, but I don't remember which one I played. I never played the dirt bike one, and I never played the other ones, but I do remember playing NBA Street. NBA Street, I think that's a staple in everybody's childhood. There's no way that you haven't played it, bro.
On PS2, Xbox, or GameCube. Cue the nostalgia overload.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Yo, did they have a demo disc for this? Cause I remember back in the day when they had demo discs. I used to, oh my god, that's what I used to have. Oh yeah. I remember this. Yeah, this is the backyard football one. Tough.
My soldiers are Legion, Method Man, Nori, Capone, Luda,
Oh!
Redman, DMX. You want a shot at me? You gotta make it past these brothers.
No, I remember this. Dang, bro. Gaming used to be so lit back then. We had so many. Bro, those titles are crazy, bro. I do remember 50 Cent had his own game. Oh my god. It's been a minute since I've seen all these games.
Ever beats me.
Hold on. Let me wipe this single tear from my eye. Getting together with all your boys to play NBA Street Volume 1 and 2 for hours on end, crossing over suckers with Bonafide and his Timbs.
Oh my god,
getting on Def Jam Vendetta, a fight for New
Def Jam Vendetta.
York and going straight WWE.
Oh my god, I never had the game, but I do remember the hype behind it, bro.
Style on your homies with your favorite rapper at the time. Doing ridiculous tricks in midair at high speeds and SSX tricky, or straight laying out.
That and Skate, the Skate series.
Suckers in a backyard with your favorite football player in NFL Street.
Right. Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That era, and not only just for EA, but just for gaming in general, was truly the golden era of gaming for many.
Man, that PlayStation and that GameCube. I'm telling you, boy, it was critical. Low key, if you really think about it, even though, hey, in this era, I grew up on the PlayStation, right? Then I kind of had my stint with the GameCube. But if you really think about it, if you could play all those titles on the GameCube, then the GameCube was low key goated because they had all the Nintendo games. And I remember when I didn't have a GameCube, going over to my neighbor's house, playing on the GameCube. Playing Super Mario Sunshine and all those type of games. Oh my god.
Games where the main goal was just to be fun to play for hours on end, either solo or with your friends, with good gameplay. I recently started
That
questioning what
game breaker
exactly
was, whoa, that game breaker was critical. You know what's crazy? I remember playing, um, this, but the one that I really like no life was NBA Street Home Court. That's when they had Shaq, LeBron, Kobe, everybody on there. That was the one where I was getting Carmelo. That's what made me a Carmelo Anthony fan, bro. I remember getting the game breaker and just dun, 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 and just going dummy, bro. I remember
happened
these days.
to those games in that section of EA. Having that much fun with all them games at one time, only to one day feel like they all just sort of
Disappeared.
vanished. One
They
day
did.
it became a distant memory.
I'm not gonna lie though, if they brought them back, they would just have to remaster them, bro. Because I already know how gaming is now. It's way too commercial. Everything's about bread. They would have tiers and all that type
year
of stuff.
2000 to 2008, there were
Gaming
20
back then was, bro, gaming back then was strictly for the love. It wasn't about all that other stuff. It was about actually making a good product. Now, gaming is about how can we get the most money from the game.
plus games released to the public connected to the EA Sports Big Division during their run. A run that kicked off with the SSX series, the company's most successful series for the Big branch, with all the main installments being received really well. EA Sports Big mastermind Steve Reckschaffner said in an interview years back, once people saw and played SSX in the near final state, they realized there had never been a game like it made by EA.
Right.
I think people were blown away by the quality of the gameplay, the visuals, the pace of it, and the fun factor.
Right.
You could see that there was an opportunity for more accessible, more action arcade style sports games. We had a different appeal than the traditional EA sports games, so people got on board.
Right.
Maybe they even got on board too much. Brother Steve was definitely on to something special though, as the first SSX not only kicked off the Big branch, but was also released as a launch title for the PlayStation 2 in year 2000 on October 26th.
Wow.
The next few years that
Gaming was really peak, bro. What? Now I'm thinking about all the games that I played, bro.
followed seen SSX quickly becoming a fan favorite series, with all receiving high scores and praise, with SSX 3 being the first game in the series to crack over 1 million copies sold.
Wow.
EA Sports Big was here, and it was here to stay. Def Jam Vendetta.
Wow. They gotta bring this back, man.
Man, I remember how much time I used to put into this game back in the day. I literally used to have to sneak playing this game back in the day because my mom hated when I would play wrestling games. So you combine that with the gritty hip-hop nature the game had.
Right.
Oh man, I was destined to play this. I was absolutely destined to play this game. Never before did we see a fighting wrestling game with current day rappers with shockingly good gameplay and even a more shockingly good storyline. Def Jam Fight for New York was more of the same. People loved it for what it was. It was fun, and it was just an all-over good video game.
Fire.
I always felt like EA Sports Big did a great job at catering a little towards everybody. Even though you would think these games would be for a certain crowd, no, they were all different types of people and cultures that loved playing these games. And though the Def Jam games didn't last too long, the impact it left on gamers and hip-hop fans around the world is still felt and talked about today, with people interested in a series revival.
We need that.
The NBA Street.
But it's crazy. I actually, as much as I want to see a new Def Jam like Vendetta game or like title, if we did 2023 rappers, I don't think it would hit the same. It would hit a little bit, but it wouldn't hit that hard, bro, because rap is starting to decline a little.
Series.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Probably what a lot of the brothers remember the most, okay? This series became an instant hit in neighborhoods and on our big tube TVs, playing with our friends and talking trash for countless hours.
Right.
You didn't even have to be a fan of the actual sport of basketball.
Yeah.
These games were just fun. It was a fresh, new take on basketball games at the time that also came attached with addictive gameplay and a surprisingly good music soundtrack.
Bro, I used to love the lobs when you would time them and they would give you some crazy hang time.
With commentary. The NBA Street Series went on to have 4 games starting from year 2001 to 2007, but on top of the series starting to lose the magic it once had with its first 2 games.
Ooh, that street home court? I'm telling you, that's what got me hooked.
There was other competition such as the likes of NBA Ballers starting to pop up. The NFL Street Series also soon came into the mix after seeing how well the NBA series was doing, and though it seen some success at the beginning, it never really quite caught on like the NBA version did. Add FIFA Street into the mix and you had all kinds of sports games dropping yearly, from snowboarding,
I don't remember that,
wrestling, basketball, football, to now soccer.
Right.
The further and further my newfound interest took me of seeing what happened to EA Sports Big, the more and more I started to notice a pattern. They strike gold with something, and they had sequels and trilogies lined up for it far too soon. Most of the games, no matter the series, peaked at 2 and then started progressively getting worse as it went on.
Tough.
Between the SSX series, NBA and NFL Street, Def Jam, FIFA, and other games I didn't even mention, combined with gaming as a whole soon to be headed in a different direction, people began to grow tired of the sports big formula as quickly as it caught on. Going back to brother Steve Rechtschaffner again when asked what he thought caused EA Sports' big downfall and him leaving the company in an interview years back, he said, "Certainly EA taking a conservative approach played a part. John Riccatello's promotion to the position of CEO of EA in 2007, along with the advent of the financial crisis a year later, brought huge changes to the way the company operated."
Tough.
He went on to say EA laid off 11% of its workforce, shut down 12 facilities, and moved towards a risk-averse business model. Gone were the days of taking risks on experimental projects and trusting the producer's instincts. Another thing that also
because it's all about bread,
kind of stuck out to me in this interview was when brother Steve said other executive producers in other EA studios started creating ideas for EA Sports big games while I didn't have the authority or responsibility to really run them. It's always hard to do something when you have no accountability or authority and just influence. So yeah, after I was done with my EA Sports big deep dive, it seemed to me that those games were good for a specific moment in time, but were short-lived. That childhood nostalgia,
and that just hit my heart. There was a moment, bro, when you played outside for the last time and you didn't know. There was a moment you had your final memory on the game, your final good memory on the game, and you didn't even realize it. We're in a whole different era in gaming, bro. I wish we could go back to this. I might have to get it. I'm gonna have to get all this on the emulator, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's just remember the good of those games and how fun they were. But we don't remember how often they were essentially starting to milk that style of game in the big series.
Yeah, they definitely milked it.
Maybe it was something that never was meant to last forever.
Sheesh.
So how did you guys feel about EA Sports big games growing up?
Loved them.
Would you like to see some of those games make a return?
Man, I want to see NBA Street come back. I would love to see the Def Jam series come back. Bro, the way that Madden been looking, yeah, we need them all back, bro. But I told you, it's gonna have to be like remastered because now gaming is just not the same in general. The industry is different.
Are things in this case better left untouched?
Low key. Let me sub to my boy and drop a like. That was perfect. That was great.